this city for 22 years, but football is back here in Los Angeles. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Toronto Huskies and the Los Angeles Rams. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
He'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And if this offense is going to flow today, certainly the running back will be a key piece.
Without a doubt, because they asked their runner to not just do that, but to block, to catch, to help set a tone for their offense.
An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And a look now at the starting defense.
Olivier Vernon is a defensive end that combines terrific run-stopping ability with a quick first step to the passer.
Now the defense definitely showing blitz here.
Let's go! Green 39! No. Track 99 Philly, here we go!
They'll set up a throw. Looking to set for once, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They come out here in the eye. Now it's the former Ram. This is Todd Gurley. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. On the stop was Aaron Donald. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets a tone for the offense.
Dumps it off to Gurley. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. The starters on defense here for Los Angeles.
Aaron Donald's dimensions were talked about big time when he first entered the league. Many called him undersized. Now they just call him all-pro.
Goff now to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Caught left side. It's Beckham. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So a bullet dodge there defensively. They surrender excellent field position on the kick return, but it winds up not costing him a thing.
And that's a tough sequence of events from an offensive perspective. The inability to get first downs leads to the field goal try. And the inability to cash that in leads to nothing on the scoreboard.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. 3-4 defense, usually here you'll see the linebackers come up make those plays, but the nose tackle also vital.
That was so vital because what you just pointed out, normally he eats up blockers that allows the linebackers to get to the ball carrier. In this case, he did his job and then some, and there was no gain at all for the runner. On offense, the guy that you want to have the best eyes on the field are your quarterbacks. So you can see everything pre-snap, and then, of course, as the play develops. On defense, oftentimes it's the linebacker. And on this play, his eyes took him right to the ball. Then he made a nice tackle.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
This one's going toward the sideline. They'll try to play keep away from Beckham. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. And here now the offense heading back out there. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Here's the former UCLA man. It's Paul Perkins. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. From the red zone now, Goff. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And they went big on first down. Proves unfruitful.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. They come out here in the eye. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. And he's got his man on the out route. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Dan Carpenter now for the extra point. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. Seated to my right, Charles Davis. I'm Brandon. Here's Carpenter now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. And a long way to go for the offense here on second down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And they'll add a DB in the secondary here on 3rd and 14. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to take another shot here. And that's caught inside the 30. These coaches told us they wanted to take the top off this defense. They wanted to be able to stretch them downfield. They showed it pretty well there.
And they knew that if they were able to do that, it would open up everything else. But how did they truly get it done? Practice in the previous week, making sure they had a plan, fine-tuned before they put it into effect in the game.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Time running out here on the play clock. Back to throw here. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
They'll look, and he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now this offense ready to take over again. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Second down here after the incomplete pass. They'll send Beckham in motion right. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
One thing that you find out on a sweep play is the fortitude of the people running it. Because that is a run, and then there's some contact when you finally get to the edge. And those guys who can hold that point of attack and hold up on that.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Robert Quinn in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
No gain, and it's second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Back here we go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Here we go now.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Another carry now for Gurley. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Whether it's what we call an even front or an odd front, and an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle. Whether it's the nose or the 2 defensive tackles in a 4-man front, if those guys can't get moved, you cannot run the ball in the middle of the field. And in that play, they were able to actually take care of business.
Throw right side, complete to Williams. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. He's going to let this one, and it's caught. Touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I'm here, my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Still going. They can't stop him. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and they ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Green. All right, now, look at 56. Look at. Here we go now.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And a quick throw here that's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have to...
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
No. Check. Patriot. Leopard.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. After the run, Goff going to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
When I watched Jared Goff on tape at Cal, I saw a guy who wasn't just a dart thrower. You know, a lot of people said, he's perfect for the West Coast offense. I always thought he could do a little bit more, and that was the reason why. He can push it downfield. He has a good, strong arm.
Going up top. And this is caught. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
And it is now 21-0. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That is caught at the 7. Now the ball comes loose. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for the touchdown. Odell Beckham in the final seconds of the first half. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Second down following the run.
No. Check. Patriots. All right, here we go.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's got time in the pocket. He'll rifle this one deep right side. So we've come to halftime. Jeez, they don't even want to let their guys get a drink of water. All right, third quarter. Let's get to it. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The third quarter starts with a run by Gurley. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give them 11 on the gain there, and it's good enough for a first down. Gurley again here on first down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Gurley, give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
short, going with their tight end. Sheds us, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. Their big tight end, his 4th touchdown on the year. And this offense continues to pour it on.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players are doing, what their scores are. That's essentially what we're seeing from this offense. They're just having fun and doing what they feel like doing today.
After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And they're going to speed things up here. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket. While an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play, for the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence, because you can't abandon the play calling right now. Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver, because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
And the play clock's running down. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Woods, the receiver, in motion left.
Detroit. Over.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let it go again. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, LA. Their big tight end, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Rams are in for 6. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And he converts, and it cuts the lead to 35-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Here we go.
Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. They'll try the air now with Goff. A dump off to the flat for Perkins. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. To throw is Goff. And he's got his man in stride, complete. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and back now in Los Angeles. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game.
They've got his man complete. That one goes for 34 yards. And the Rams are going to get a 1st down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Detroit! All right, now, look at 56.
Back to throw now on first down. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Their big tight end, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. It's good, and it's now 35-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the fourth quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football? Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, given them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
On the direct snap, this is Gurley. On the run, it's Perkins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
All the elements of what you want out of a play came together on that one. A really nice run, took care of the football, and even more importantly, taking the clock under 4 minutes now. At this stage of the game, how do you bleed out the clock, take care of the ball, and make sure the other team doesn't have a chance to come back on you? You're looking at your sheet, how many timeouts are left, how many runs do we need to close it out? That's what the coach is looking at right now. Situational football, trying to gain a victory.
On second down, here's Goff. This will be caught at about the 6. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. They have the lead in the fourth, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
All right, here we go. Detroit!
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it second and short.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target, and it's third and short. Offense just a yard away from the line they need to gain. Third down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. After the interception, here's Goff. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And this one is incomplete. Certainly some contact there, and that's why there's a penalty on the defender for pass interference.
So hard to time it up for a defender to hit the receiver when the ball arrives. Got there a little bit early on that one.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up second and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. Now it's gone. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Toronto, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for L.A., it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.